To be honest, this scheme is really similar to the one that I had over in Kansas City for the last 2 years. So I'm awfully familiar with it, changing verbiage and terminology and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, football is football, and it's a real linebacker-friendly defense. So we're just running and hitting out there.
How comfortable have you been sort of learning the different positions at linebacker?
Over the last 6 years, I've played Sam, Will, and Mike. So I feel like it's really nothing that I can't do from a linebacker perspective. So it's been fairly easy.
Linebacker-friendly defense. What do you see in it that makes you say that?
I'll say first personnel, man. We got some big, strong guys up front that keep us clean. Miles will tell you that. Joe, he'll tell you that. All the rest of the guys, they'll tell you that. So those guys, to start, they keep us clean. They do their jobs, and they real damn good at it too. But secondly, it's just the scheme itself. A lot of times we either have a 3-tech or something to protect us, so it's hard for the linemen to get up to us.
His first time as a defensive coordinator, what do you see personality-wise from the scheme and him?
Joe's a yeller. He's a yeller, But to be honest, he kind of reminds me of my old coach that I had in Dallas, Rod Marinelli. So those guys awfully similar.
What's it like with Charlie?
What's it like, Charlie? Oh man, Charlie, he got a lot of personality. He's a teacher, He wants to sit you down and break it down to you. So you will learn a lot of detail. Just a 6-set step versus a 3-inch step. The difference between them and how quickly you can get where you're going, just using different techniques.
Kansas City, you've seen what it takes to turn a franchise around. How far away is Jacksonville?
You guys gonna see that first game when we come out against Houston, man. Coach Sheehan said it maybe 1,000 times now. We're not really, we're not really here to, get runner-up or just win the division. Everyone here wants a championship. That's why we play the game. That's what we're playing for.
Pads. What's important for a veteran when you get the pads on for the first time?
Just get that first hit out the way, man. Just run in there and just smack something. Get that first hit out the way. See how it feels, man. Just get back to it. Get acclimated to it.
This wasn't a real intense. You've probably been through something.
I mean, we had some hitting, but I think guys are finding their sea legs and getting back into the flow and things.
Some things you just really have stood out to you from working with Miles Jack and Joe Sherbert.
Joe Sherbert and Miles Jack are both two professional guys, man. They got different personality, but they got a common goal. They're about winning. They want to bring glory to this organization. They want to give these fans something to cheer about every Sunday, and I do too. So we really gelled and bonded over that right there.
You mentioned the winning. You've done it. You see guys that are thirsty to do it, maybe even asking you about what the recipe was a little bit. Hasn't been a lot about around here.
Right. Yeah, I see guys all over the place, all over the field out there that really want to win, man. And we got the talent. I believe we got the coaching. We just got to get some experience, and that comes from live bullets. So maybe we can get some of that during the preseason. Maybe it'll take the first game, but I do believe that we really can cause some damage. And like I said, our goal is the championship, and anything short of that is just a failure.
What difference does it make having the announcer out of practice?
The announcer?
Yeah, on the microphone.
Oh man, he let me know where I need to go. Tell me how many 30 minutes, 30 seconds left in this period. You kidding me? I can already be, especially since we got 3 fields, so sometimes we'll have a drill on field 3 and then have to run all the way over to field 1. And they think that we can just teleport sometimes. So having an announcer out there, he tell you 30 seconds to give you a head start to get going in that direction.
Flip the switch in you when he starts counting down, and you're like, okay, we got 10 seconds left, one more rep.
Oh yeah, but Coach, they always gonna try to get that last little rep out of you.
Charlie was in here talking about how funny he is. Yes.
He's a very funny guy. He's a character, man. He's a character. Prankster, definitely a prankster. I played with him in Dallas. So this is our second time together, and I think that was like 3 years ago I played with him. He hasn't changed not one bit.
Did he prank you?
Oh no, he can't prank me. I'm on to all his tricks. I'm on all his games. I'm unprankable.
What you've seen from Trevor from the start of OTAs until now in terms of his development and growth?
I think he's getting more and more comfortable. Obviously, he's a rookie, and as you get those reps, you get more and more comfortable. And just the playmaking ability, he's had it from the start. So I'd say him being more comfortable, him getting reps. Obviously you're going to get a ton of reps in camp, and it's been good so far.
What did he say to you when he organized that Clemson trip for y'all?
He was just saying, "Hey, you want to come to Clemson?" And we were like, "Yeah, bro. You want a lake house? Yeah, let's get on the lake." So that's kind of how the conversation went.
I mean, like, to have a rookie quarterback kind of take that initiative, does that happen often, or is that?
Well, I think if you're the guy, it does happen often. Especially with him. Somebody of his stature and his ability. It's important. It's important to get things going. And OTAs, you get a little bit, but it's not enough to really come into camp and play a game 3 weeks later. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely important, that he did that and, stepping up and, taking that leadership role and doing that. So maybe, I don't know, all my quarterbacks have done it, and it's no different here, and it was good that he did that, definitely. He showed us a good time.
You've seen some wild throws in your career when you played at Stafford.
Oh, yeah.
But do you see a little bit of that sometimes? I mean, he looked like he hit you on a nice one today, but I mean, is there a little bit of that in Trevor? Oh,
definitely. I mean, I think I know the play you were talking about, just stuff like that. In between two defenders. A lot of young cats, they don't do that. So just him having that confidence in me, and us having our talks and all that stuff. I think all that pays off. So he makes some tight window throws, and he wants to be aggressive and stuff like that, which I don't mind. Because that's what I like. But it's been good, and he wants to make every play. So as he gets more and more familiar with the coverages, and the type of drops and where everybody's going to be, it's going to be even better. So
it's a new offense for everybody. How important is it for you to get into games and even preseason games, playing to kind of figure out what the personality is going to be like and how the whole system is going to work?
Yeah, I think. Well, the system is the system, and depending on the different types of players that you have, which we have a lot of great players that add different attributes to the game. Now it's just about plugging, the strengths. Okay, what is he good at? What is he good at? What is he good at? So no year is going to be the same. So that's why we have camp. Just to see. Okay, we got pads on to see. Okay, how does he run his routes, or how does he do this? How does he do that? And I mean the offense is fundamentally there. You know what I'm saying? It's a sound offense, but it's like now, okay, let's take these guys and add something else. So I think that's what we're doing now, and that's why we have camp to see what type of players that we have, and how we're gonna exploit the defense. So I think it's happening great right now, just because we're seeing what everybody brings to the table. So it's perfect.
It's your 10th training camp. How is your preparation different now than it was maybe a year, 2, 3 in your career?
A lot more stretching. And if you see me, I have a blue band on at all times, just because I have to keep my hips right at all times, unless I'm really going deep. Then you'll see me take it off, and I'm like, yeah, now you're in trouble. The sun is great for me. So if it's really hot, I like it, because my joints and everything are all warm, so I don't have to warm up as much. But I think it's just the preparation. I have a formula that I do, every off season and every camp and during the season that works. And it's and I still feel like year one when I do that. You know what I'm saying? If not, it takes me a little while to warm up. But you guys wouldn't see it, but I'd feel it. But I think it's just knowing my body, and a lot of the times too, like knowing how to run. And certain routes, you don't have to run full speed. You're sitting in the window. You're doing that, and if you do that, with repetition, it's like second nature. So so far so good.
What's like playing games in Chicago and Green Bay that late in the year?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, that's definitely prepped me to make the decision, to come out this way. Yeah. So I'm glad I won't have to get up and get in a hot bath before I even turn my car on. So it's So those being playing 9 years in the code has definitely prepared me for this moment. So I'm over here like a little kid.
Preseason's still a week away, but how do you think it'll be different this year with 3 games? And do you think it'll be, starters only play that middle game kind of thing, one of those things?
I think it'll pretty much be the same, but I think we probably have a bye week. But I mean, I don't know. We'll see. So we haven't got that far yet. So we take it day by day.
First day of pass, how would you assess the offensive rhythm today?
I think we did good. A lot of times, once you have pads, there's an adjustment period. You know what I'm saying? There's different things, different things that you have to do, in terms of receiver and stuff like that to get adjusted. And once you get a couple of reps, you get adjusted. And I think that's the same for every position. So I think it was good. I think we got after it. It was physical, especially with the receivers and the DBs. And we got after it before, but it's always good to have pads, and you can see who really has it or not.
Marvin, this is a big year for DJ. What do you see out of him? And do you guys have any of those kind of conversations, or do you leave that business stuff?
Oh no, we have those conversations definitely. Yeah. So DJ, he's doing well, and he's a playmaker. The dude's a playmaker. He has the size, he has the ability, and stuff like that. And I came in and I told him, I was like, look, anything that I could do, to help you, especially in this offense, to get you going faster. And get you feeling more comfortable, that's what I'm gonna do. So just follow me, and it's gonna be really real good for you in March. It is anyway, but yeah, he's the intangibles that he has, the how fast he is, especially for his size is great, and I know he appreciates me on the other side. So I was like, yeah, just expect something huge this year. So it's great to see, great to look at him roll, and I'm glad I'm on the other side.
Same kind of question about Laviska, who looks completely different than he did last year. You've been there from year 1 to year 2. What's he thinking? What's he feeling out there that has him playing so smoothly?
I think his confidence level is up there. And one of the things I told him, I was like, look, you have the ability to do some great things, especially in the slot that nobody really is. He's very unique. He has abilities that I don't think anybody has in the NFL, and I think he's starting to really understand that. And you get that from year 1 going on to year 2. You know that, okay, well, if I do everything right, if I know where I'm supposed to be, if I know all my positions, it could be pretty easy. So I think he's making that transition very good. Very well, and his preparation in the off season has been amazing. So the dude's explosive, and I know you guys see it there, and he's making his plays, and with the people that we have overall on our offense, it's going to be a good one, and I feel very confident that it's going to explode. So,
Thanks, Mark.
All right, thanks.
As you go through training camp, there's going to be good days, there's going to be bad days. We put the pads on today. There was some good. There was some bad. We'll continue to grow. We'll continue to get better. You guys have to learn all the new things that come with putting the pads back on.
Trevor sort of bouncing back from yesterday's, obviously threw a couple picks.
Yep. I mean, I think that's something that's understandable. Something that this is where we want him to make those mistakes, right? We want him to learn. We want him to grow. Going to try to put him in the toughest situations possible, and then be able to see how he reacts right there in the moment, and then see how he's able to bounce back the next day as well. And I like what he did. Again, we still had another turnover today, but we'll continue to work on that.
Do you anticipate Irvin being involved in play calling? Like, what will that balance look like between the two of you?
Well, we'll communicate all the time, and so I mean, right now I know I'm calling the plays, but the communication that I'm having with him is all the time. We, after practice we'll go in. He sits in with us watching the tape, so the communication will be constant.
Trevor talked last week about owning the offense. Obviously, you want the quarterback to do that. Where is he at in that? What's that process?
Well, I thought really as a whole today, today was the 6th install that we've been through. I kind of thought it piled up on him a little bit today. The first 5 days, I thought there was some really good recall today. I could see some, misalignments and those kind of things, which you would expect at this point. For Trevor, it's just every day is a learning process, and there's a lot of stuff on him right now. and there's going to be another one tonight, another one the next day, and then once we end them, it'll start to slow down. We'll go back, review, we'll clean some things up, but each and every day he's in there working hard, watching the tape, and trying to improve as he comes back out for the next day.
What kind of advantages can pre-snap motion create for the offense?
Well, it gives us information, so the thing for, going back to the question, but also answering yours, right, is the thing for the quarterback is when you're worried so much about what we're doing on offense and you can't put your focus onto the other side, right, are you able to take that information in, right? And so there's that growing process still for young quarterbacks and even the older quarterbacks that we have as well, to be able to, I have this mastered. On my side, it's mastered. I don't need to think, is that guy supposed to be there? Where is he supposed to go? Where do I snap this ball? None of that, right? So they don't have to worry about what we're doing. They can focus everything on the defensive side and then start to get tells from there. How are the backers line up? Hey, what did that motion do? What's the leverage of this guy? And that's where we're trying to get to.
Walker Little's played in a game. How have you seen his progress so far? How quickly do you anticipate him being on the field?
Yeah, I've liked what I've seen up to this point. I be honest, today was, watching other stuff. So we'll go back in here and watch the tape, but I like where he's been. Couldn't wait for today to watch the offensive line. That's really, the rest of the stuff is not real for them, right? So this stuff has been real. So it'll be exciting to really go watch all those guys, including Walker, on tape with the pads on.
How established is that offensive line? How hard would it be for a Walker Little or a Ben Barch to have a breakthrough and win a job with that group?
Well, we're competing out here every day, and we've told the guys we're putting the best 5 guys out there. So if Walker Little ends up being one of the best 5, then we got to find a way to get him in there. If Ben Barch is one of those guys, we'll find a way to get him in there. That's the nature of this business. We got to have the best guys playing.
Trevor's college coach here, Dabo Sweeney. Do you pick his brain at all about some? I think you've done that already, but do you do it again when he's here?
I saw him out there. I didn't actually speak to him. So I don't know if he's in the building or not, but we have phone calls, we have all that stuff that we've spoken to those guys quite a bit.
There's only 3 preseason games, 1 less than normal. Do you treat the scrimmage any differently? Almost like a preseason game or not?
Well, every time we step on the field, we treat that thing as real. So the scrimmage that's going to come up or the mock game that's going to come up, it's going to be as real as we can make it.
Some really good quarterbacks, arm talent. We've been around less, so some of the stuff Trevor's doing looks the part. Are there still some throws he makes out there, and you're like, that's going to look pretty good on a Sunday?
Yeah, there is throws, and some of the things you can see, some of the downfield throws that we're really testing those guys, and those are some yokes there. You got to really put it into it, and I've been fortunate, like you said. Stafford, Favre, even Russell. Those guys can throw it a long way, and Trevor's done a good job. There really hasn't been a throw that I've seen that he can't make.
Progress that you see from the tight end, right there, targeted a lot.
Yeah, really improved group. I think those guys. I don't really want to single out a group, but that group this offseason really did a nice job. They stayed here and worked together. They're a close-knit group as well, and to see them doing what they're doing on the field is exciting. They improved their bodies, they improved their movement skills, and the tight end is kind of that secret position that really can help your offense and particularly help a young quarterback if you get it going.
Lobby, after you got here, to have Marvin here, and how do you think that dynamic with him being the veteran guy and a lot of young guys in that room is working out?
Yeah, I think it's really important to have that guy, particularly for us in terms of our receiver room is a young room, right? Just guys been in the league a couple of years, and to have that veteran to come in, to kind of just show him how he's lasted 10 years, right? That's not the norm. So he's lasted 10 years and he's done it at a high level. So how does he take care of his body? What does he do in the off season? And then for me, it's like another coach over there in the receiver room, because he's been with me 2 years. We've coached up, a lot of these things. Obviously there's new stuff that's added, but he's able to kind of be that voice in there, hey, this is what he's looking for. This is what we'd like to do there. So it's invaluable to have a guy like that.
Do you think that this group has a chance to be one of the rising receiver groups in the league?
We have potential, right? We have potential, but we gotta get it to come alive out here on the field.
Urban's implemented in camp to pick up the energy. Has a very almost college feel. Does it feel different to you compared to other training camps you've gone through in
I mean, I think they're all different, but love the energy. And I mean, that's really what you want. I don't care if it's college, NFL, you want the energy. And I think the guys are feeling the energy. They're feeling the urgency. So, you know, they know when they step on this field that they better not be sleepwalking.
What kind of difference does it make having the announcer?
The guy announcing, I don't know, it's probably fun for you guys to help you know what's going on in practice, right? But yeah, it just gives us a little bit of information on, you know, when we do some of our transitions.
Coach, I'm guessing this is your family back here.
Yeah, my family's
They're
here.
taking selfies with you. Do they have any questions, do you think?
Do you have any questions? No, they're embarrassed. You embarrassed them. All right, thank you.